What's up, everyone, and welcome to Sky Bees. We are standing atop our drawer system here, and you guys will notice by the mini-map and me panning around that things have changed around the base. We've done quite a bit of base upgrades since the last episode. So, if we look on the mini-map here, you'll see me, hi, and we'll zoom into the base. You guys can see that we have this honeycomb looking base going on. Now, I took to paint and figured out how to make the perfect honeycomb shape, and then I drew this out on paint. Maybe if I'm paying attention in editing, I will throw a picture of my little drawing up of how we did this, and it looks really, really cool on the map. Now, if we actually go into the world, you guys will see that not only is it a cool design on the map, but we've also added some elevation to each one of our platforms. So in a skyblock, traditionally you make a platform styled base, and what we've done here is we have made a multi-layer platformed base with a little bit of elevation and stuff like that. Now, we are going to have to do some stuff here. I need to add some speed upgrades. I do have the higher tier centrifuge here. We went ahead and made this off camera. And this area is going to be our processing of the bee materials which are being made over there. Eventually, we'll be moving the power setup down there, which we did upgrade this guy off camera to the spirited version, making 5600 EF per tick, FERF, all the same stuff. Over here we have an apiary setup, and I have some higher end bees set up here. Looks like they're having a little bit of issue finding the pollination blocks when they come out, but it is working. In the last episode, we talked about putting these blocks up by one, and the real reason for that was the witherproof block. This guy right here was not allowed to be part of a valid apiary. It is now. So we can use this and actually put all of our stuff embedded in the ground. The other thing that changed was the mana glass. This was not a valid apiary block either, which is right here. Mana glass, pretty easy to make. We just dump glass into a mana pool. It makes mana glass. This stuff looks a lot better than any other glass we can really get in the pack. So you're confused, Mr. Diamond Bee. Your block's right there. That's obsidian. So through some testing in a creative testing world, I know that I can have this face of the apiary tied into this face as well, and this will be a valid apiary, and this will be a valid apiary. So we are going to set up these other four sections eventually. I just wanted to get this section set up because I'm going to be limited in access to it later on. Now, I don't have a plan for all of these platforms, and you will see that we have this platform and this platform directly above one another. I'm not sure if I'll need this one, but I thought it completed the build a little bit better than just having this platform end here. I did move my Botania setup to this platform here. We will be diving into more Botania later on. As I've said before, I do want to complete the entirety of this quest book, so we have things like getting the Alfheim portal over here. We have getting better, here's the portal to the Alfheim, getting the different tiered pylons. We have better mana spreaders. We have the pity machine frame, which gets us into thermal foundation, I believe. What is it? Industrial foregoing, that's what it's called. We have the armor here that we will make just to complete the quests. And yeah, all of this stuff will be going on here. We will be making runes and stuff like that. Now, one thing to note about Botania, I didn't test it, but last time I played around with Botania, if you broke a mana pool full of mana, you would lose that mana. So I did make the mana tablet here, which is a very easy recipe. It's just some living stone around a mana diamond or a mana pearl. We dumped that in with the wand of the forest, and we changed the mana pool to take mana out of the pool and put it into the tablet so that we could transport it over here. The next thing that I have set up here is these grass blocks, or these dirt blocks that are actually framed trim, which we will be getting into just a little bit later. I have them going across the whole base, and we are going to set up our drawer system over here eventually. And looks like things are filling up rather quickly. So eventually I'd like to put my drawers over here and move them from up here. And up here is going to be um, what we're going to work on in today's episode. Now, you guys may have seen this while I was floating around showing off the different things that we've done to the base. And this is a framed compact drawer, right? Well, it's a framed drawer, but it's from the framed compact drawer mod. In the last pack we played, Levitated, the 1.12 version of this, we had a framed drawer table where we could change all of these different drawers, customize them, and make them look really, really cool. It has been ported over to the 1.16 version of Minecraft, but we do not have the table. There's a different way to customize these guys, which I will show you momentarily. But there's also another new neat thing that's been added into this update, which is we have the compacting drawer, the drawer controller, and the drawer slave that we can completely customize as the trim, drawer, 1x2, and the 2x2s. We've always been able to do those, but these are new additions to this version of Minecraft. So I have this guy right here. I really like the way this looked out, or turned out. I was messing around with different blocks, and this is a beeswax outer interior, and this is something completely different. I don't like the yellow of this. I like kind of the darker color. I think it's going to fit the base a little bit better. And so the way you can change these drawers, obviously you can just craft up a framed drawer here. You don't need one that's already been done, but if you want to customize this one, you can do it. The first thing that we need to do is we need to take 2 pieces of terracotta like this to get yellow shingles. This is added by Quark. It's a neat thing. I did smelt up some terracotta somewhere right here off camera. We can make it yellow, and then we can make the yellow shingles. And then we'll put this guy in the drawer like so, or in the crafting table. If you want to start seeing what the drawer looks like, this slot will be the overall drawer. This slot right above the drawer will be the trim, and then this slot will be the face. Now, unfortunately, when you want to change one thing on this drawer, you do have to have all 3 blocks in here. Otherwise, you won't be able to change it to what you want. But I really like the way these look. And what I'm going to do is craft up a bunch of these guys. We're going to place them down here. And then we are going to start transporting all of this stuff over to here and putting it into these customized drawers instead of having these spruce drawers or these compacting drawers. You know, this is all basic stuff. It is time for us to do a little bit of an upgrade to the base. That's what we're focused on today. All right, quite a bit of base organization later, and this whole top section is now cleaned out except for the bed. And then when I was going through some of my crates, I had 3 heads. I get these every time that I die. So I've died 3 times. Yeah, I moved my furnaces down here. I moved the power setup and some of the odds and end blocks down here. This is going to be kind of the main, I guess, crafting area for now. I do have plans for this platform and this platform. These 2 are kind of unspoken for at the moment, but we do have a neat little organization set up here. I have all of my materials here that can be compacted down, such as redstone and emerald. We did throw the nether stars over here as well, which we do have the bee going over there. How many do we have? 420. We're getting more coming in. All of these guys were in like single drawers or 2x2 drawers. I went ahead and threw them in these 2x2 drawers. I meant 2x1 drawers before. And we have the stack downgrade in these 2. This chest here, or this drawer here, I have a emerald upgrade so that we can have more of these items. What else? I do believe I have a stack downgrade here, just in case we want to add more stuff. I have some miscellaneous stuff over here. And then potato, wheat, nether wart. We threw all this in here, and I forgot that these drawers hold 512 items each, 2,048 total. I put a void upgrade in here, so I ended up losing a little bit of nether wart, a little bit of potatoes, and some wheat. It's no big deal. What I was growing the wheat for is this golden grass from Botania. This stuff right here. You can get a golden pasture seed, which is a pasture seed and wheat. The pasture seed is just grass thrown into a mana pool. And I was going to use the golden grass over here, but I didn't like the way the golden grass looked around this whole setup. I like this. This looks really, really nice. I may change these platforms just a little bit, and I might go ahead and sprinkle in some of the golden grass maybe here or in here. This thing is not completely symmetrical. Like there's one block here, and then there's two here. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Interesting. I see what I did wrong. This right here is wrong. So technically this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. This needs to be pushed over by one block, but we will fix that later. I was like, huh, I know I've built these right. So anyway, what I want to start with today is going to be a little mod called Astral Sorcery. We need to go through Astral Sorcery to get the Blood Altar. Once we get the Blood Altar, this guy here, we can come over to the steel casing, and once we get the steel casing, we can make the crafter tier 1. Let's see. From RF Tools utility, this guy requires a machine frame, which requires some gold with a steel casing, and this guy right here is going to allow us to utilize the 8,000 buckets of honey that we have here to get more honey blocks so that eventually we can make the tier 4 apiary, this guy right here. This is going to require a lot of honey blocks because it requires 4 tier 3 and then 4 tier 2 and then 4 tier 1, and those require 4 tier 4 beehives, which are a bunch of honey with the beehives themselves. So a long-winded process. Obviously, we're not going to get through it today, but let's go ahead and dive into Astral Sorcery. This is a mod that I have not played with. So this is just a checkbox tab. We're going to get the linking tool and our first collector crystal. Now we can split 3 different ways. We can get the resonating wand, we can go to star metal, or we can get the Luminous crafting table here. So to do this, we're going to want a few blocks on our person to start with. So let's just get a little bit of dirt because we have a lot of it. And let's see. We're probably going to go somewhere right in here with our collector crystal. This guy is going to be kind of the whole kit and caboodle of Astral Sorcery. So let's see what that resonating wand is. We need some marble, we need some aquamarine, and we need an ender pearl. Perfect. So we have an ender pearl. We have those over here. This jetpack is killing me, guys. And then as far as aquamarine, we have 13 of these. And then as far as marble goes, we can craft it. We're going to need some diorite, and we're going to need some stone, I believe. Something like this? No. It's the other way around. All right, so there's 8 pieces of marble. We should be able to craft the resonating wand, and bing, bang, boom. This is what does all of the crafting for us. Bing, bang, boom, huh? That's where we're going. We are going to need a little bit of plank action so that we can make a crafting table. And let's go ahead and look up the star metal ore. I do believe that this is just a piece of iron ore. It is. In a transmutation, Starlight transmutation. I have iron ore. Look at that. I was smart. Past Zap was smart. So if we go ahead and place this guy here, and then we shift right click. Nope. Right click and right click. Yep, as you can see, this is now generating a star metal ore. We can break that, and we completed that quest. Now, the same thing can be done with placing a crafting table right here where the iron ore was. We could relink this and move this somewhere else, but now we have our Luminous crafting table, and we have completed so many quests. We are going to need to go ahead and pick this thing up to claim the quest. There we go. Now, the good thing is night is upon us. So we can start doing some of these crazy things. Now, we do need to get to the Starlight crafting altar to get to the whatever that thing is from Blood Magic. And as you can see, as night is falling, we are starting to gain more Starlight. And that will allow us to do the crafts in the Starlight altar, or the Luminous crafting table here. Most of these are done at night, everything with Astral Sorcery. So we need to make a light well. We need to get liquid starlight. Let's look up what the light well is. And that is some more marble, a rock crystal, and then 2 aquamarine. Rock crystal is made from this ore right here, the rock crystal ore. And then we break this, and this will give us some rock crystals. So, I do have some stone cooking up. That's what was going on over here, because I knew we'd need some for today's adventures. We have a little bit more diorite here. A neat thing about these storage crates is you can go right here and look up diorite, and it will darken everything and light up where we have diorite. And as long as these are connected, actually, I wonder if it works. Yeah, it works even if they're not connected. If you search in one, you can search in them all. We do have a little bit of diorite. Now, this is going to get us some marble, and to turn this off, we just turn the filter mode off. It's no longer a double left click down here. It's done up here, and that is a nice little feature. Now, this will get us 8 pieces of marble. I did that wrong again. It's like this. And then this will get us 2 more, which is a total of 10 marble. And we're going to run out of marble very quickly, and we have no other means to get this other than the bees. So I think we're going to make a little pivot, and we are going to craft ourselves a couple of marble bee spawn eggs, because we can use this guy, and we can breed him with a sand bee, and we can get the aquamarine bee, which this guy, if we look at the uses, requires Aquamarine Shale to pollinate, but it will create aquamarine honeycombs, which in the centrifuge will create aquamarines, and that is something we definitely want. So, let me gather up a few things, and let me go ahead and craft this up. This is a pretty easy thing. We're going to craft 2 of these bees, and then we are going to try to get ourselves 2 Aquamarine bees. I lost my train of thought. Yeah, let me do that, and I will be right back. Now, while we're messing around with all of this stuff, we are going to want to make ourselves a staff of traveling. It's now called a travel staff. This was originally part of Ender.io, and now it's just its own separate little mod with the travel anchor and the travel staff. The travel staff is a neat little item. We can utilize this if we wanted to actually go inside of this bee thing right here. Let's see. Oh, we have to shift? Use it, and we can go through blocks, which is really, really nice. Now, I need to place these sand bees down and let them cool down, because I did use them to breed a while back, which is why I wanted to make the staff of traveling, because we are just going to put in a little box like this, I guess. Something like this. And we can use our unbreakable wand here, our infinity wand. And let's see, up, down, left, right, restriction none, so we'll build that up. And then we'll go ahead and cap this with something, and then we'll place our sand bees and stuff in there. And we won't have to worry about them getting out. We'll probably just cap it with glass because the babies can potentially suffocate if we don't. So we definitely don't want to do that. But now we can go in here. It's a little bit tricky, but we can place our sand bees in here and let these guys just float around. And then we have our newly crafted marble bees. I did throw these guys out in the world, and they are ready to go. We have our Aquamarine Shale, which this stuff is pretty easy. It was just 4 aquamarine and 5 sand. We crafted this up. The marble bees themselves actually utilize regular old flowers. So we'll have to place down some flowers for these guys to pollinate. And I do believe that it's time for us to set up another apiary, probably right here, and let this item router over here collect the items, send it over there. We also did get ourselves a couple of drawers set up with aquamarine and marble, so we should be good to go. But now it's time to breed up a few more bees. Now that we have our aquamarine bees, we can bust out of here. And you do get these glass shards from Quark when you break glass without Silk Touch, which is neat. You get a little bit of your glass back. But as far as the mana glass goes, this stuff right here is neat because you get it all back. No glass shards, no nothing. We get it back. Nice, nice, nice. So, should be able to put the glass back in there. We have our aquamarine bees. We have our marble bees. And we have our apiary set up over here. Now, one thing I figured out when doing this was the shale is actually a sand, so we had to have a block underneath it. I'm probably going to change the dirt out at some point for something else, but we can put this guy in here, hit import, and then hit import on these 2 bees, unlock them, and once they leave the hive, then we can put this one in. Right now it won't let us because it only allows 9 unique bees, so we already have 2 in here. We need to wait till they leave the hive. That's something I found out when doing this. Now, 2 bees of each kind is about perfect for maximizing your apiary. 1 bee will be in the hive pollinating, and then 1 will be popping out here. I'm sorry, I said that backwards. 1 will be in here giving honey, and 1 will be out here pollinating. So that is the best thing to do in this situation. Now, got to unlock these guys so they'll come in and out, but now we have a full functioning deal, and we can put our sand bees away. Alright, so here is our rock crystal ore. We were able to craft that up even though we're getting low on materials. We will still start getting things in. Like you see, there's 8 aquamarine. We had 0 in here. And we have the marble here. We should start getting that as well. Provided these guys actually pollinate using that. Normally it tells you bee right here. And it's weird that they use marble to breed, but it's a flower to pollinate? Maybe that's wrong. Let's try. Placing down a little bit of marble. Now it's raining, I hear it. Now he was spinning a little bit. He likes the flower. It's something we can mess around with a little bit later. Either way, nighttime is upon us, so we're going to want to take this rock crystal ore, and we should be able to just break it. And we got ourselves a couple of rock crystals here. Nice and easy. So what we're after is the light well here. We need 3 ruined marble and 2 chiseled marble. So the ruined marble is something I believe we can craft in a normal crafting table. Marble, ruined. No, we need the chiseled marble first, which is this variant. Then that guy there, like so, and that gives us the ruined marble. This should be just enough. We need 2 aquamarine. We have that. We should be able to do that, provided we have enough starlight. So let us go ahead and click this in, and this is where our resonating wand comes in handy. It makes a cool little sound effect. And we have the light well. So this guy... Oh, and we got the cool little particle guy. This guy we're going to go ahead and just place down anywhere right now. And you can put in aquamarine or a rock crystal in here, which we will go ahead and grab a aquamarine because we have more of those. Yeah, we're not getting any marble yet, so hopefully that works. And you just place this in by right-clicking, and this will start producing liquid starlight, which is our next quest here to get liquid starlight. So the looking glass is for us to find constellations, which we're not really going to mess around with too much. The Attunement Alter, Celestial Alter, eventually we'll get through all of this, but the Starlight Crafting Alter is something that we need to get towards. Okay, well, I broke this apiary by placing the marble down because marble is not a valid apiary block. If we go right here and we hold control, yeah, Astral Sorcery, Raw, Marble, none of these are valid apiary blocks, so it is a flower. I got these guys working. We got ourselves a little bit of marble here, and we are going to want to look ahead just a little bit and craft some of these things, such as the marble pillar. We need 4 of these, I believe. So the next thing in the quest it wants us to make is the Starlight Crafting Altar. And if we back out of the book and we back out all the way, this is what we have. We have Discovery, we have Exploration. This was the section that we just unlocked. So you just scroll in. It's kind of a pain to scroll in. And here is the Starlight Crafting Altar. And it says the next test of any initiate is to upgrade their Luminous crafting table to allow for outside starlight manipulation. An important step to progressing into further power using magical starlight by making alterations to the table and magically reinforcing the marble involved. The ability to manipulate twice the magical energies of just a Luminous crafting table is possible. This does require a supporting structure to leverage this extra capacity after upgrading the table. That is a very important step. So after we upgrade this table, we need to craft this 9x4x9 structure here. It's some sooty marble. It does tell you what you need right here. We need 8 times chiseled marble. We need 28 marble arch, 28 marble bricks, 21 sooty marble, and 8 marble pillars. So the first thing that we're going to do, of course, is upgrade this table. Now, I did grab another aquamarine to put in here, so let's go ahead and grab our bucket. I'm going to start utilizing this backpack a little bit more since we made it. There is our liquid starlight. And if we look up, what was it called? It is called the Starlight Crafting Altar. Right there. There it is. Starlight Crafting Altar. We have everything but 1 chiseled marble. I should get a crafting table that is not all the way down here. Let's go ahead and do the chiseled marble. Now we should have enough. And I could throttle my, you see on the left-hand side here, I have it at 60%. We could turn this up and we could go faster, but let's go ahead and shift these guys in. And I do believe that we need starlight in order to do this. Yep. It's not going to let us craft until nighttime, so we're going to have to wait for this guy to go down. and then we can start crafting. So nighttime is falling upon us, and this blue bar tells you where we need the starlight to get to. Now, as the moon comes up, once it's high in the sky, we may have enough starlight to actually make this craft, but there are other things that we can do. One of the quests here are these Astral Relays, and I do believe that these require a little structure underneath them, but they are very easy to craft. It's just some planks, some nuggets, some marble, and then a glass lens, which is this recipe here. So we may have to look into that if this doesn't get up to full power by the time the moon rises all the way up. So if we look in our book here at the Astral Relays, it's a resonator for concentration of the starlight. This does need to be on these little structures here. One sooty marble, marble arch, and then of course the marble or the chiseled marble. We can set these guys up around this whole platform, and it will just boost our starlight power. Now the other way that we could do it is we could take this crafting table and put it higher in the sky. The higher you go, the better your starlight is for this. But I don't want to do that. This is the highest platform in our base. I want this thing to be where we do Astral Sorcery. The collector crystal we actually don't need here anymore. We especially don't need it linked to this. So we're going to leave it in place, but you guys don't need it for this. And right now the moon is there. It could be a thing. These we can make those, so what I'm going to go ahead and do is make... Oh god, I hope that doesn't make all of these. It might. Yeah, it did. Well, you know, it is a thing. So let's go get some nuggets, and we'll get some planks and all of that stuff. Alright, so you can see now that we have enough starlight. We did craft up a bunch of stuff, and we put this guy down. You do need a glass lens to go in this Astral Relay, and now it is boosting this thing with starlight. So before night's over, we can go ahead and click it with a resonating one and upgrade this whole table. And I'm probably going to end up putting 4 of these all the way around this thing. And let's go ahead and pick it up, just so that we get the quest complete for it. And we'll throw this bad boy down, and now we have a larger crafting, but this thing is red. So we need to get ourselves this whole structure that we were looking at. Ooh, we opened up another page too, the Attunement, which is pretty neat. There's all kinds of neat things you can do with this mod pack, or this mod in specific, but we are going to build this guy right here. So we need 8 chiseled marble. We need 28 marble arch, things like that. I am going to get some of that going. We do have this stuff, but it is for these guys. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, this thing will fit up here. I have a gap of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then this. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then this. Hello? How? What are you... How did you get out? That is incredibly weird. You should not be able to get out with the apiary facing in, and there's no possible way. Because the apiary won't work unless it is a completely enclosed structure. Ha! Huh. That is really weird. Alright, well, you know, I don't know. This thing's doing alright, keeping up. Alright, so we're going to craft up a bunch of marble. And we do have quite a bit. We have 240 and 262 aquamarine. So let me get all of the things that we need. I was going to do this off camera, and I know this episode's going to run a little long, but let's build this thing on camera. So I started by digging out a 9x9 area underneath the crafting table here, and we placed in all of the marble arch all the way around, leaving these corners open. Now we can see in these corners, we need the chiseled marble right here. So we're going to place chiseled marble like this, and then we know that we need the marble arches going up, 1, 2, all the way around. And then on top of those, we need the chiseled marble. So the next thing that we are going to need is we need a line of the bricks going by these chiseled here, and then we have one in the middle here. So shouldn't be too hard for us to figure it out, but I know that if you get the structure wrong, it can kind of be a pain to figure it out. So there's that. There's that. I'm really thankful that we made the magnet. Probably the best thing that we took a little side detour to make. And now we have sooty marble. Sooty marble, pretty easy to make. It is just marble surrounded by a coal or charcoal. Gets you 8 at a time. Pretty nice, quick, easy little recipe. So we will place these guys in. Looks like we have some light issues that we're going to need to take care of. And you don't actually like hover fully with the jetpack. You do descend over time. So that is the structure complete, and we can see that by this right here. And during the daytime, from having these lenses, all 4 of these, we do have quite a bit of starlight power, which is really, really neat. Now, one of the things that we're going to do is get some sort of light source and light this area up, and then I think I'm just going to go ahead and get some regular marble and fill in these corners, to make it easy on ourselves so we don't fall down. And our bed is right there, and I went ahead and placed one up above anyway because of cork being what it is. So, yeah, let me go get that one. We'll be back. So there's a neat thing with Astral Sorcery, and that is this stuff right here. It is called Illumination Powder, and this stuff is neat. You craft it with a little bit of glowstone and an aquamarine, so that made me go ahead and put down some glowstone here and my pigment bees. These things are so cute. Yep. Little silence working for me, giving me glowstone. Thank you. We'll call you one the Whisperer and one the Silent. Anyway, you can put the illumination powder down in place of torches, and it's a pretty nice little thing. You can barely see it. I'm probably going to go through and change the torches out, at least up on this platform, because honestly, we don't need it. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of some of these now. Yeah. I think this will look better overall for us since Astral Sorcery adds this. Let's see. Where do we want to put this guy? Maybe right there? Yeah. Right there. Knock this one out. That guy right there. I wish it would light up a little bit more, but our lighting options are limited. So the next few things that we have left of our line is to get the blood altar. That's what I really want to get to. The Attunement Alter is something you need to tune yourself. It can give you different abilities depending on the constellation, which you find with these looking glass. We'll actually get the looking glass before the end of the episode, and I'll show you guys, but I really want to get this blood altar. Now, the blood altar requires 4 blocks of redstone. It requires 4 steel blocks. It requires 3 sooty marble, a bucket, and a demon will. The demon will is actually got by this guy right here, the soul snare. It says throw this at a monster and then kill them to obtain their demonic will. So we need this, and we're also going to need the sacrificial dagger to put life points in the blood altar. I just have it queued up over here, or bookmarked for now. So let's go make ourselves a soul snare. And it's unfortunate because it is nighttime. I actually wanted to take a look. We are full of Starlight. Nice. So the soul snare is a pretty easy craft. It is just a piece of redstone, some iron, and some string, and you get 4 of them, which is good because not every monster will give you a soul when you kill it. We'll go ahead and craft up the Sacrificial Dagger. It is just 5 pieces of glass, gold, and iron. Pretty easy to make. And we'll have this thing inside of our backpack. And we did just complete a couple of quests from Blood Magic. We can actually get the Sanguine Scientium. Sure. And then going down this Blood Altar route, we can finally get the steel casing. But let's go ahead into the nether, and I went ahead and built my nether portal here. And let's see if we can't kill something. And get ourselves a soul snare. So there is a fortress right here. Oh my goodness. Look at those mobs. And let's turn off F7. We don't really need that. It's just going to be a terrible thing for us. I think because all of those mobs are loaded over there that these guys don't want to load. So I think what we'll do, yeah, we're immune to all of this, is we'll throw a... Oh, I wasted it. We'll throw a snare at this guy. And once they have the particle effects like that around them, we can kill them. And we should have gotten a demonic will, which we did. Excuse me, sir. I'm in the middle of a tutorial. So there is our demonic will. Sometimes when you throw these at mobs, they won't get the particle effects, and therefore you can't get the demonic wills. And that makes things a little bit difficult. Let's just do the /home command. Perfect. All right. Now it is time for us to craft a bucket, I believe, because I don't have one of those. And what else do we need? We need some sooty marble, we need some steel blocks, and we need some redstone blocks. Sooty marble I should have in one of these guys. Steel blocks and redstone blocks is all over here. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And should be just enough starlight to, or nighttime left, to go ahead and craft this bad boy up. Look at that. Dun da da da. And we got it. Quest complete. Blood Altar. Nice. So now that we have this guy, we can finally get into a little bit more of blood magic here, getting the steel casing. Now, unfortunately, we're going to have to get the blank rune, or the blank slate. We're going to have to get some runes, and then we can get to the steel casing, because the steel casing actually requires a tier 2 blood altar. And a tier 2 blood altar is simply the blood altar that we have atop these blank runes. Pretty simple. I do believe that I'm going to set up the blood magic over here. Kind of a stairway to, well, hell. Yeah, I think that'll be cool. So, what I want to do here is where this torch is, I would like to go ahead and place the blood altar up by a block. No. Let's go ahead and just place it there for now. We'll put the runes in the floor. And if we look at... actually, it should be in this book. Right? Blood altar. Tiers. Nope. Where is it? Yep, there's the tier 2 blood altar. We need 8 total runes. And then for this thing to sit on it, the runes and cardinals can be upgraded, so we can have something underneath it. Tier 2, let's see, here's the Tier 3 Blood Altar. It's a big thing. Eventually we'll be getting to that, maybe even a Tier 4, and possibly a Tier 5. This thing is huge with beacons all around it, and 108 total runes. That's pretty neat. But that is all for another episode. We've gone on long enough with this episode. So I hope you guys did enjoy the video. As always, if you did, please leave a like. Make sure to hit that subscribe button, leave a comment if you feel so inclined. Be sure to check the description down below for all of the different ways to follow me. Thanks for watching, guys, and as always, I will see you on the next one.